Good morning, Vespa fam. It is the wee hours of the morning and it is a Saturday. And I've been looking forward to this for a while because finally it's warm enough in the morning to go for a sunrise ride on my Vespa. I'm going to take Bruno here because he's new to me and I plan on being out for a little bit today. And I actually thought today would be the perfect opportunity to talk about using a Vespa as means of pursuing beauty in your life. So I think this is a very important thing, especially in this day and age, that we seek after that which is true and good and beautiful. I don't know a better way to illustrate that than by doing a ride at sunrise. So thanks for watching.
All right, I think we're gonna catch it. The sunrise waits for no man, and I was scrambling a bit to get out here this morning. I don't think we're gonna miss it, so I'm ready, and I'm so happy to be able to do this. So to start off, and I think this is really appropriate today, I want to consider a verse in the Bible that I love, that I think about every time I see a sunrise or a sunset. That verse is Psalm 19:1. It says, "The heavens declare the glory of God, and the skies above proclaim his handiwork." And I think we see this so powerfully in each new day and at the end of each day. So for some reason that I don't fully understand, the Lord has seen fit to make me a naturally early riser. So I get up very early. I don't set an alarm. It's not the way I was when I was younger, but it's definitely been something that has become part of my life, basically, I guess since I turned 40, somewhere in there. But generally speaking, I am up really early, well before the sun rises. I do think this is an inherited trait. My dad used to talk about the blessing of being awake for both the sunrise and the sunset every day. And I thought that was crazy when I was a young person. But I get it now. I totally get it, because there is something about the quietness of the morning that gives the opportunity to reflect, to meditate, to feed my soul before the craziness of the day begins. I'm a person that has a very difficult time calming and quieting my spirit. And that's the reason why, honestly, I think the Lord wakes me up early in the morning, because it's an opportunity to do that. So in the winter months, I'll get up usually between 4:30 and 5:30, and the sun doesn't come up for hours. So it's a lot of dark in the morning, but I start to really look forward to that spring and the sun coming up earlier and earlier. But there's nothing quite like actually getting outside. So here's the beauty of the pursuit of beauty on two wheels. There's just something different about being out in the world when you're on two wheels as opposed to inside a car. There's more of an immersive feeling, kind of like hiking. You're almost a part of nature. You're not as much of a spectator as you are kind of a part of nature. There's something very hopeful and restful in being out in nature. And I think a lot of it has to do with understanding that we are rather small, and the vastness of all of nature and creation can be very humbling, because we're just in one tiny little part of it. And so there's that feeling, that kind of humbling feeling being out there. So it's the smallness we can feel when we're underneath a big sky and seeing things in that sense. I also think there's this sense of the bigness of God and his ability to manage and sustain all that he's made. And he shows it to us, and he gives us the ability to enjoy it. So why would we neglect that? Why would we avoid that gift? I actually would say it's probably worth it to lose an hour or two of sleep if necessary, to get out and watch the sunrise, and to calm and quiet your mind and your heart and your spirit and just soak in beauty. It seems like now we so rarely look up. We're often looking down at our phones, our computers. I'm very guilty of this. We're more isolated than ever, even though, in a sense, we're more connected than ever, which is a strange irony of the modern age. We're just constantly trying to entertain ourselves, distract ourselves, probably because there's just a level of sadness people don't want to face. But one of the other things about this two-wheeled experience is that you kind of have to be all in it. It's not prudent or safe to ride in a distracted way. I think we've all probably experienced that in our cars. We've had a couple close calls because there was something distracting us. I had one just recently. It's a very sobering experience. I want to encourage all of you. I know riding is fun. It can be exciting. There's also a sense in which it's the means of rest and peace, and a means of pursuing beauty.